Alright guys, so today I'm going to be talking a little bit about why I think MMORPGs, or massively multiplayer online games, online role-playing games, I don't know, whatever. I'm going to be talking about why MMOs aren't necessarily just a time waster, and why people think that they are just kind of a thing that nerds in their mom's basement play, and how it can actually help you in the real world. So I guess I pull up my Google Doc that I have here open with a bunch of my notes on it, and I will just go through the list and talk a little bit about that. If you want to find all of my source materials, I will put that in the description below and probably at the end of the video, so yeah, check out the description if you want to know where I got all my info from. So the first note that I made was that MMOs are really good for helping you practice teamwork and whatnot. Just because normally with MMOs you like group up with people to defeat enemies and whatnot. Anyway, and MMOs also like group up a ton of people from around the world to you know, engage you and everything. Well, a lot of them do, but not everyone does. Some of them have like mega servers that section off different parts of the world. But anyway, that's that. Another one is that for practicing teamwork is that it's an open chat, so everyone can talk to everybody else and make friends that way. And there's guilds. So, well, most MMOs have guilds. So that's another way that you can make friends and help with teamwork and whatnot. Generally those guilds lead to like battling and helping each other out, which like group fights, there's a tank, a healer, and damage. Everybody has to do their role in like the whole grand scheme of things. Everybody has to do their role for them to be like successful at defeating the final boss, so that helps out a lot with teamwork and everything. Also, I don't think I mentioned this before, but I will either be putting like gameplay over my commentary, or like a mixture of gameplay and like graphics and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet since I'm recording this and I haven't really planned out everything. So yeah, good planning on me. Another thing that MMOs do is they increase self-confidence through positive reinforcement. A lot of the times in the world today, there's not much positive reinforcement. Everybody's just kind of like, you know, this sucks, fix it. They're not like, oh, you know, this part could use some fixing, although this part is really good, so try to keep it like that. So that's really helpful. Or positive reinforcement is generally shown to be better than negative reinforcement. So MMOs reward you with that by after completing a quest or dungeons. They reward you with like either gold and experience, and sometimes an item. I know it does that in ESO. Every time you complete a quest, you get gold, experience, and an item, and a lot of other stuff that just do things. New levels usually open up new content and a bunch of other stuff. So if you go somewhere new, you usually get a bunch of new stuff and new areas to explore. MMO forums congratulate each other on their like achievements. So like if you defeat all of the world bosses in an MMO, then you get an amazing achievement, and everybody's like, whoa, nice job, bro, that's a really hard one. I am glad that you got that. And on top of that, okay, I guess I should have said this one first, but there's an achievement system, so the game itself is actually rewarding you for defeating all of those world bosses. Another big point in MMOs is that it can relieve stress, although I guess sometimes it can cause stress. But it can relieve stress by helping you, or by letting you mow down a ton of enemies instead of like hitting something, like hitting your wall or a person. God forbid you hit a person. One of the negatives of MMOs is that it can make your socialization and sleep quality dip quite a bit. Although the flip side of this is that some people say that the games are so complex and fantastical that the gamer loses track of time, aka getting lost in the game. So that's like the flip side of the coin of like socialization, is that the game is so complex that your mind's like, I need to block everything else out to deal with this. So I guess, I don't know, you can take that how you want. I like to look at it like that, but some people don't really see it that way. Like, some people see it as we're just nerds in our basement doing what we do best, being out of the way. This kind of goes along with the the reward system. Hello, just got an email. This kind of goes along with the reward system where what's it called? I already forgot. Positive reinforcement. The positive reinforcement is like people get a greater amount of enjoyment out of the game just because there's so much more positive reinforcement and sense of reward than like normal games where like get lots of tweets. Just a sec. Okay. Back to what I was saying. What was it? Oh yeah, like other games like Call of Duty or other games that aren't MMOs. I'm not trying to be like nitpicky at Call of Duty or anything. Just that's the one that popped into my head. But like you get, after you complete a level or something, you get like just a camo skin. It's like, ooh, big deal. Okay, camo. Moving on. Although I guess some people could see that as an achievement, but whatever. This also kind of goes with the whole teamwork one, is that you gain a lot of new friends because of just how big of a world it is in MMOs. Usually MMOs have tens of thousands of people, if not more. I think actually, I don't remember when it was, but there was some website that I looked at that had, it said that WoW had like over 10 billion, I think it was, people playing. No, it was 10 million. It was 10 million people playing, which is absolutely ridiculous. That amount of people playing one game is crazy to me. Again, with the whole lots of people playing, the world is much smaller, meaning that like it condenses, or it takes people from different countries and different parts of the world and kind of puts them all in one place, which is really cool and awesome. So that's cool. My dogs are barking at me. I don't know if you can probably hear them. I assume you could. This mic doesn't have the best noise cancellation. Another one is that people who play MMORPGs often feel more emotional towards the characters within the game, either because they converse with them more, or they like feel them. You know what I mean? They're not. It's not because they're like really graphically inclined or like they're really good looking. It's more because of like the dialogue and the story itself. And yeah. Also, I guess that could mean that I don't really know. Like my notes that I take aren't the most specific, but I guess what I wrote down also could mean that your character, like your own character, you could feel more connected with them just because like you made it and it's you playing. Yeah. And MMOs are also quite similar to the like your job or the workplace, just because there's a lot of leadership and problem solving and resource management that goes on in both places with MMOs and like your job, where you're working with other people to get something done. People who play MMOs in real life are generally a good leader in the work world as well. So that's been just a couple key points that I wanted to point out to you guys about why I think MMOs aren't necessarily just a time waster, but they can also help out quite a bit in the real world. So yeah guys, that has pretty much been this video. If you want to check out any more videos, make sure to click the annotations coming up here in a bit, and make sure to subscribe for more videos on a semi-regular basis. Not usually though, because I have other things in my life to do rather than YouTube. No offense. I do like doing YouTube, but I do it more as a hobby rather than like a full-time job type thing. So yeah guys, that has been this video, and I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!